indeed listening to Xpress Radio on 87.7 FM and from 6 o'clock this evening on DAB Digital Radio. Welcome to the Sports Show. Elwood's in the studio with us. How you doing, man? You right?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing, very, very well.
We got some interesting stuff coming up.
Yeah, Sports Show today. What's the lowdown with the American news?
The American news, bit of stuff on NBA, Houston Rockets, after winning 22 in a row, they snapped it. The Yankees visited Virginia Tech, obviously the tragedy. It was in remembrance, I think, of those players. And Major League Soccer, soon season to begin, so.
Awesome, yeah. Going back to UK sport on Sunday.
Well, that's good. Good start then.
Yeah, really good. Six Nations, of course.
Six Nations. Wow, what a game!
It was quite a weekend, really, wasn't it?
It was.
All decided really on that match. Wales coming through very, very well. Half time they were looking a little bit.
Yeah, they were looking a bit shaky there. 9 to
12
6. To 9.
With Henson off sin bin for 8 minutes or how long it is. They massive comeback for them. I think they really deserved it. They played so well this Six Nations.
They played very well. That during the first game, the French had really strong momentum. They had very, very good defense. The Welsh weren't doing anything offensively. The French almost scored a try.
Yeah.
The Welsh weren't doing anything. After halftime, the Welsh took the momentum, and they've been doing this for every game. As soon as they've taken the momentum, they've gone on to win the game. They did that the second half. They got the first try, then they had the momentum. They went and get the second try, and they won. And that's how they've played all Grand Slam, all their tournament long, and that's how they won.
No, it's really good.
I know I followed the England and Ireland game. It was interesting because Ireland got off to the 10-0 start, and with a team that's lacking confidence like England because they weren't doing well.
I thought that was it. I was like, oh no.
They weren't doing too well in the tournament, and they were down by 10. To come back from that deficit and to win by the margin that they did shows good confidence from that England team. Actually,
I was thinking it was they just kept their heads about. Welcome back to the Sports Show. Right, Elwa, American Sports News, take it away, man.
American Sports News. NBA first, the Houston Rockets snapped their second NBA best 22-game winning streak as they lost to who else but the NBA leading Boston Celtics. 2 weeks ago, I spoke already of a 10-game winning streak for Houston, who had struggled before then. Now, despite the loss, the Houston Rockets lead their division by a half a game and are the best team in their conference. They will try and increase that lead by facing New Orleans tonight, a matchup that promises to be intense and thrilling. In the Eastern Conference, all three division-leading teams have clinched their respective playoff spots. Those teams include Boston, Detroit, and Orlando. The next spot will probably be attributed to the Cleveland Cavaliers that have 38 wins and 30 losses thus far. In the Western Conference, however, things to prove to be a bit more competitive, as no team has yet clinched the playoff spot, and for the best 9 teams of that conference, there is only a 6-victory difference, making the final regular season games filled with emotion. In the NHL now, Detroit promises to host excitement this April, as not only have their basketball team made the playoffs, but the Detroit ice hockey team, the Red Wings, were the first to clinch a playoff spot. Having played 73 games, they have won 47 and just lost 20, the best current record in the NHL. For 3 straight seasons, Detroit has been crowned conference champ, but the last time they won the Stanley Cup was in the 2001-2002 campaign. Hopefully this year for Detroit, things will go their way once in the playoffs to be held this April. Something rather unusual happened in the Toronto versus Islanders matchup yesterday. As a player from the Islanders sought to clear the puck from the blue zone, he shot it into the opposite goalie, who fumbled the stopping the puck and a so-called save, and hence the puck went into the net and gave New York a 1-0 lead. That's what I was talking about, Paul, and I'll try to develop this a bit better because it's quite blurry when you don't actually have the image, but so they were all playing on one side, right?
Yeah.
This guy's getting into trouble, so he just, just like in football, you clear the ball, you send it to the other side.
Yeah.
And here's in hockey, so he shot at the other side, and the goalie never stopped the ball. The puck.
Was it a bit like a pass back then to his own goalie? Was it an own goal?
No, it's not an old goal. Sorry, the guy that shot it was like defending. He was in trouble.
Okay, yeah.
So just clearing it out, and then
he scored a goal. I see. We're all at the other end.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So
he just hit it randomly.
Exactly. Yeah. He's just like, okay, we'll clear it out. And the guy wasn't.
It's quite like when in football when the goalkeeper scores off a goal kick by total fluke.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. That's exactly it.
That's really good.
You should hear the broadcast. We're just talking routinely. Oh, it's a goal all of a sudden. This is funny. Anyway, the 178-foot goal was, however, brushed off by the Toronto offense.
178 foot.
I know, it's a lot. It was brushed off by the Toronto offense, rallying back to win it 3-1 and boosting their playoff hopes.
Major League Baseball now. The New York Yankees traveled yesterday to Virginia to play Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech was hit by a tragedy on April 16th of last year when 32 students were shot dead by a man who eventually turned the gun to himself. The Yankees donated $1 million to the memorial and additionally promised to play the college baseball team in remembrance for the victims and their families. That game took place yesterday in a contest highly favorable to the Yankees as their experience reigns much higher. Yet, what counted was not the score, but the memory of those involved in the tragedy. Home run king and former Giant Barry Bonds spoke to the media yesterday saying he's not ready to retire. Bonds, who holds the all-time home run record at 762, has also been involved in steroid allegations since approximately the beginning of 2003. That would make teams more reluctant upon signing Bonds, yet Bonds and his agent feel confident an opportunity to play will show this upcoming season. And to wrap it up, Major League Soccer, in a preseason game involving the LA Galaxy versus FC Dallas, Beckham might have been beautiful, as indicated from a woman's shouts in the crowd, but the team drew 0-0. You wonder, all the fuss about Beckham and the LA Galaxy, will Beckham's presence make the scoreboard entirely different and give Los Angeles a chance to win the MLS Cup? Well, the Major League Soccer regular season is approaching by the minute. It will start during our Easter break on March 29th. Beckham and the Galaxy will take on Colorado at 9 Eastern on that day, March 29th, and we'll have all the news, scores, and of course Beckham's highlights after that Easter break.
Well, thank you very much, Owa. We'll be back in a moment. We'll talk about football with it, maybe. A bit of FA Cup.
One thing I was going to ask you actually about your report. What did you mean with the basketball about half a game? You said they were leading by half a game.
Right. Well, that's actually a very interesting question because in European sports, I don't think they do this, at least not in football.
Yeah.
In football, they have a point system, so when you win a game, you get 3 points. So if you win all your game, say one team wins a game and the other ties it, that means you're up by some two points.
Yeah,
right.
You get 1 point for drawing.
Now, in basketball, and not in hockey. In hockey, they do the points as well. Baseball, basketball, and most American sports, they do it with games. So if you win a game, and the other loses a game, you're up by a game.
Right. Okay.
And then, obviously, as the season goes, if a team wins 41 games and the other team wins 39 games, the other is up 2 games. Now, a half a game is because there's a problem temporarily in the schedule.
All right.
Like if one team plays 40, it's hard to explain. One team plays an extra game that the other team does not play.
They got a game in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a half a game. But then all that catches up at the end of the season because they all play a certain amount of games. Unless there's a tie, like both teams have won 40 games, and so they have to break that tie.
Ah, I see.
So.
Yeah,
very yellow. You talking about Bath?
Yellow.
Yeah, I find it very yellow city.
Yeah, well, we spoke
do you mean yellow as in a metaphorically yellow, or do you mean
literally yellow?
the stone, the colours of the
it's terrible. When I went there, I was going there. Sorry, I can't I was going there last February. No, February of '07. I get there. I really feel melancholic in this city. It's terrible.
Do you not like it? I think it's a beautiful.
No, I don't like it at all. Sorry.
We met some guys from Preston.